Most drivers think a single dash cam is enough, but the truth is, one tap in a parking lot or a brake check on the highway can leave you with only half the story. A dual-channel setup fixes that by recording both the road ahead and what's happening behind you, so you're protected from every angle. So in this video, we're taking a look at the 7 best dual-channel dash cams you can pick up right now. Updated prices and purchase links are provided in the description for your convenience. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get started. If you're looking at front and rear dash cams, the Thinkware Arc 700 is one of the cleaner, more balanced options aimed at everyday drivers who still want real clarity and dependable parking protection. Video performance-wise, the Arc 700 gives you real 4K on the front camera and 2K on the rear without any upscaling. Both channels run dual HDR, capturing 2 exposures across 60 frames and merging them into a cleaner 30 FPS HDR video. You can run it in full 4K HDR at 30 FPS and rear 2K 30 FPS. Either way, transitions between bright and dark areas stay controlled, and plate visibility holds up well. Its image tuning is also nice. The Arc 700 uses their IQ tuning system built from years of real-world video analysis. At night, Super Night Vision 3.0, wide dynamic range, and smart auto exposure all work together to reduce noise, brighten darker areas, and keep the frame readable without blowing out headlights. ISO control also helps retain detail in low-light scenes where cheaper cameras usually fall apart. For parking protection, the Arc 700 automatically switches into parking surveillance when you shut the ignition off. With the OBD2 cable, or a hardwire kit, you get impact and motion detection, 20-second buffered event clips, time-lapse recording, and Energy Saving 3.0, which helps extend total coverage. In high heat, Smart Parking Mode limits recording to impacts only, which seemed really convenient. With the optional radar module, parking detection becomes even more precise. Built-in GPS adds speed logging and Thinkware's safety camera alerts for red light and speed cameras. So if you want a front and rear setup with true 4K detail, strong night tuning, and reliable parking features, the Arc 700 fits comfortably among the stronger choices in this category. Sticking to a budget usually means giving up on some nice features, especially when it comes to dash cams. But the Torvo TD3 manages to bring a lot of the good stuff on a budget. Up front, it records in crisp 4K, and the rear cam covers in clean 1080p. For around $100, that's already a solid deal. Add the wide 170-degree front with 150-degree rear lens, and you've got most blind spots covered while still catching small details both in daylight and at night. A lot of cheaper dash cams give up in the summer heat, but this one uses a super capacitor instead of a regular battery. So, no overheating or sudden failures when the sun's blazing. It also comes with built-in GPS that logs your speed and location right onto the video. Now, the TD3 isn't just about recording. It's got a 3.2-inch IPS display and even 5 gigs of Wi-Fi, which makes the experience smoother. The standout here, though, has to be the Starlight Night Vision system with an f2.0 aperture. It's actually good at balancing tough lighting situations. Now, if you look at the rest of the dash cams on this list, you'll see a lot more advanced features, but most of those come with a premium price tag. Of course, you can go for one of those if budget isn't a concern. But the Torvo TD3 really stands out as the option that gives you the core premium features, GPS included, while keeping the price reasonable. If you care a lot about video quality, especially in tricky lighting, then the VIOFO A229 Pro is worth a close look. This one uses Sony's new Starvis 2 sensors, IMX678 in the front and IMX675 in the rear. That setup is a real step up when it comes to pulling clear details in low light, which means license plates and road signs stay sharp even when the lighting isn't great. The front records in 4K and the rear handles 2K, so you're covered from both ends with excellent clarity. HDR kicks in to balance things out when you've got bright headlights, shadows, or glare messing up the picture. Drivers say the color accuracy is spot on, and noise in the darker shots is way less compared to older tech. If you drive a lot at night or during sunrise and sunset, that's where this really shines. You get fast 5 gig Wi-Fi to transfer footage, and there's also an option to add a third camera for monitoring the inside of the car. Other dash cams on the list may feel simpler to install, but the A229 Pro is about video performance first. So if you're after footage quality that actually rivals pro-level cameras, this one stands out. Now, if you travel a lot or manage more than one car, you probably need eyes on your vehicle no matter where you are. That's where the BlackVue DR970X Plus comes in. It's designed for people who want strong cloud features. You can connect it over LTE, which means live streaming and remote access from anywhere, without depending on a Wi-Fi hotspot. The camera itself is top-notch too. The front unit uses a Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 sensor, giving you crisp 4K footage with great handling of reflections and glare. It uses H.265 compression, so even with 4K recording, the file sizes don't get unmanageable. Another neat touch is the 10-second event buffer, so when something happens, you don't just see the moment. It also captures what led up to it. On top of that, you can manage multiple cameras under one cloud account, and firmware updates happen automatically. Drivers say the setup looks clean and discreet since the camera tucks right behind the rearview mirror. The only downside is the cost. Cloud features need a subscription, plus the device itself is premium priced, around $482. Still, if remote access and always knowing what's happening with your vehicle matter to you, the DR970X Plus is one of the great cloud-connected options you can get. Going through tunnels or driving in mixed lighting can be a real challenge for dash cams. Footage often turns either too dark or too bright. 70mi's A810 tackles this with full HDR recording. It's powered by the Sony Starvis 2 IMX678 sensor, paired with 70mi's Night Owl Vision algorithm, which is designed to pull off more detail in low light while controlling glare. Drivers say the video looks sharp day and night, and license plates stay readable even when moving from shadows to direct sunlight. The brand's MyColor Vivid Plus processing also makes the footage look more natural, not overblown like some cameras. If you want smooth clips, you can switch it to 1080p at 60 FPS, which is great for fast-moving traffic. There's an option to add 4G LTE for remote monitoring, and the AI motion detection helps the camera know when something suspicious is happening while parked. The wide 150-degree lens covers a lot of ground. Setup is simple, but if you want continuous parking mode, you'll need the hardwire kit, which costs extra. Still, with features like time-lapse parking recording to save space and a really capable HDR system, this one feels like a solid pick for anyone who drives through changing light conditions regularly. Well, some drivers don't just want a basic dash cam, they want a device packed with features. The Nextbase 622GW is exactly that, with almost everything you could ask for. It records in 4K at 30 frames per second, but it also has a 120 frames per second mode in 1080p, which is perfect for slow-motion playback. It comes with Amazon Alexa built in, so you can give voice commands. Emergency SOS is another standout. It automatically calls for help with your exact location if you're in a crash and unable to respond. Video quality holds up well in tricky weather too, thanks to digital image stabilization and an extreme weather mode that cuts through mist and fog. There's also a polarizing filter that reduces glare from the windshield. You don't need a phone to control it either. The 3-inch touchscreen makes things pretty simple, though some drivers say the touch sensitivity could be smoother. It's definitely on the larger side compared to more discreet dash cams, and the price is premium. But if you want one of the most feature-loaded options with strong expandability through extra cameras, the Nextbase 622GW checks a lot of boxes. Not every car comes with advanced driver assistance, but the Vantrue S1 Pro Max brings a lot of those features into a single dash cam. Along with recording, it actually keeps an eye on your safety with forward collision warnings, lane departure alerts, and even pedestrian detection. The dual cameras both use Sony Starvis, two IMX678 sensors, so you get 4K video front and back with sharp detail. A big highlight is the Plate Pix technology, which helps lock in license plates clearly, even if the car is moving fast or the light isn't great. It also includes blind spot detection and a rear collision warning system that alerts you if someone's speeding up behind you. Inside, the AI-driven driver monitoring can detect signs of fatigue or distraction and give you an audio nudge, which is pretty useful for long drives. The rear camera is IP67 waterproof, so it's a good pick for trucks or vehicles that need the rear unit mounted outside. Plus, it records with a 15-second buffer when motion is detected, so you see what happened before an incident. Some drivers do say the alerts can feel too sensitive in busy traffic, but you can adjust the settings. So the S1 Pro Max can be a good pick as it stands out for combining sharp recording with a smart safety system. So that wraps our video on the 7 best dual-channel dash cams to consider for your car or SUV. So, which one stood out to you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, as we'd love to hear your pick. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on more videos like this.